Welcome to this Workout Wednesday. My name is Roseanne. I'll be guiding this Pilates practice. Every other Wednesday on this channel, you'll find a mat Pilates class. Today, we'll utilize the wall to create greater connection and also length through the waist. Have your mat coming off of the wall. And if you do like a blanket for positions like mermaid, when the legs are in a Z sit, if you find you lean to one side, you might want to later in practice to sit on the edge of a blanket or really low pillow to help you sit up. May even be on one side more than the other. A lot of people have that kind of imbalance. So have your blanket at the far end of your mat, furthest from the wall, and meet in standing. Feet are parallel. Press the feet down as the quads hug to the thighs. Roll the shoulders. Keep these active legs. Reverse the shoulders. And then pause, hands to hips, bend to straight with the legs, and keep a long spine as if there was a string from crown to sky. And find level weight through the feet. Long, deep breathing. Let's do 3, 2. Can check out if those knees are tracking over the toes. Last one. Nice. Hand to the wall, hand closest to the wall. That opposite or furthest leg, bend the knee, hug knee toward chest, then sweep that leg back with the knee bent. Draw in and sweep back. This whole time, body is nice and still and tall. Find your stability. And if you'd like, could lengthen that leg. Sweep it forward and back. Find the mobility in your hip. Stay with this, or option for standing bicycle. Leg sweeps forward, bend the knee. Push that foot away and back, lengthen the leg, sweep the leg forward. Bend the knee, press foot back, lengthen forward. Again, still body. Long through the waist. One more. And leg comes forward. Then sweep it back nice and long, bend the knee, hug knee toward chest, lengthen the leg. Send the leg back, bend the knee, hug it forward, and straighten. Trying to find stability. A standing leg will get lots of work here. Maybe a little bit of burning. 2 more. Last one. Nice. Line up those knees, bend the outer leg, then circles with the thigh. See if you can get the back part of the circle. Slow it down. Last one. Reverse directions. Maybe that standing leg's on fire. Good. 3 more. 2. Last one. Circle round. Then open the knee out to the side and return. Open and return. Stable through the body. Trying not to lean toward that wall. Your range of motion. Let's do 3, 2. Last one. Open and pulse for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Turn your back toward that wall. Hands to the wall. Nice tall spine here. Draw the neck back. See if with the head drawn back, the ribs can slide toward the pelvis. And release a little and slide them down. So let them flare a bit and draw toward pelvis. Just two more. Last one. Keep them drawn in, the arms reach to parallel or to shoulder height, and then press them into the wall. Lift and push. Another one like this. If you'd like, arms can reach all the way to the sky to ensure the ribs are gliding toward pelvis. So explore the shoulders. Let's do 3, 2. Last one, arms extend, and then return to the press into the wall. Then bend the elbows and push arms into wall. So bend and press. Here, get a little bit into the triceps, and it's all about how strongly you press. Just turning them on to prepare them for practice. Let's do 3, 2, strong exhale, ribs down. Last one. Turn away from me now. Or you can alter your camera, your video position. Other hand to the wall here. Bend that knee of the farthest leg, the leg furthest from the wall. Then hug toward chest and send it behind. Draw in, reach back. Keep the low back nice and still. Let's do 3, 2. Last one, leg comes forward, lengthen it, reach it back, sweep it forward and back. How long can you keep that leg? And how still the rest of the body? Let's do 2. Last one, sweep it forward, then bend the knee, push the foot back. Leg lengthen, sweeps forward, bend the knee, press it back. This is challenging. How high can you get that knee toward the chest? Let's do one more in this direction. The leg presses back, then rebend that knee, draw it through chest, lengthen the leg, sweep it back. Bend the knee, hamstring kind of curl, leg comes forward and sweep it back. So reversed your bicycle here. Standing leg is working. One more like this. Ooh, nice. That outer knee bends and make some circles from the hip, trying to stay strong through supporting leg. Pressing out, lengthen through waist. You have scoliosis or something like that, like I do, maybe one side is much different than the other. Reverse. Stay as stable as you can. 3, 2. Last circle. Then open knee to the side and return. Open and return. It's okay if it doesn't open very far. We rather that than leaning into the side of the body closest to the wall. 4, 3, 2. Relax those toes. Last one. And good. Turn away from the wall, back to the wall. And sink into a wall squat. And then lengthen legs and rebend. Continue here. Notice the tracking of the knees over second and third toe. Let's do 2 more. The last one, lift up, press away from the wall, turn toward me, inhale. And exhale, tumble the head forward. Have the shoulders to be soft as you round upper back. Bend the knees if you need. Then round mid back. And the low back as the pelvis spills forward. Inhale at the bottom. And exhale to start to stack your spine. Again, that active pressure, both feet. Slow articulation here. Inhale at the top. And exhale, head drops forward, up and over with upper spine, mid spine. Tilt that pelvis forward until you fold. Inhale here. And then exhale to sit yourself down. Your right leg forward, left leg back in that Z6 position. This is where, if you'd like that blanket, place it underneath the edge of the pelvis here. That hand closest to the wall, reach it up and side bend over. Sit up tall and side bend. Feel like this. More time, reach, 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 and side bend opposite way. Trying to keep length in waist. Should be quite challenging. So that height more than the arc. As best we're able. Press through the legs. One more time. And ground that hand furthest from the wall. Other one extends. With the heart, rotate toward the short far edge of your mat. And return. Rotate. And return. Continue. Now the head will like to turn, for example, like this, to make it feel like, oh yes, I am turning very, very far. And it's okay to turn the head, but let's see if we can have this come from sternum as best we're able. One more time. Close the front of the body and reach it open. And then we'll land on this side. So remove any blankets you might have and lower yourself onto this side. And be away from the wall for this next exercise. Bicycle. Choose your position for the head. Maybe you want to prop it. Maybe you want it down, or even that blanket between head and arm. Top arm present, that helps. Presses through the earth and lift the top leg to parallel. Reach it forward, bend the knee, sweep that leg back. Reach forward, bend the knee, lengthen, sweep it forward. Just a few like this, trying to maintain stability through the body. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. More time, reach those toes farther away from the body. And opposite way, reach that leg back, bend the knee, hug it in, extend, sweep away. And as you do this, can you reach with the toes toward the wall to keep the waist long? Let's do 2 more. The last one. Lovely. Toes extend toward that wall. Let's see if we can get some more length through that top leg. Reach toes toward wall and return. Reach, 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 and return. Notice the effect this has in the waist. More time, reach, 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 Maybe lengthen out that upper body a little bit more and adjust so that the top toes can just touch the wall as you lengthen through the waist. Little circles here, cantaloupe size with the toes that might graze the wall. There's foot cramping, you could always flex as needed. And reverse the circle. Get the back part of the circle. Just two more. Reach, reach, reach. Last one. Nice work. Continuing to reach. Lift that leg and lower to parallel. Lift and lower to parallel. Just three more. Two. Last one. Lift and reach toward that wall. Hip is still parallel. And start to press. Might need to wiggle toward the wall a little bit. Press that forefoot into the wall, and it's like you're grinding something into the earth here with that foot. Keep it at hip height. Saw mine dip there. Next time the kneecap turns slightly up toward the sky, again, reach that leg long and return. Reach the leg long and return. Toes will just graze the wall. External rotation here. We've got three with this one. Two. Last one. Lift, lower, press that forefoot into the wall. Grind the toe beds and the toe pads into the wall here. Next time the kneecap turns slightly down, this feel more constricted, lift that leg and lower. Lift, lower. The toes are going to want to turn downward, but we want this coming from the whole leg. 3, 2, keep it long, keep it long. Last one. And good. Take a little moment if you need a little pat and move even closer to the wall. So feet on the wall here. Top leg to hip height again. And see if you can then reach and extend the torso a little further from the wall with the feet still pressing. More of the top foot pressing, the more challenging this is going to be. That top leg or bottom leg lifts and lowers, lifts and lowers. Try to keep top foot pressing. We did part of this class earlier, so challenging. Let's do 5, 4, 3, 2. Press those feet into the wall, last one. And then pendulum swing. Keep the leg high, pendulum swing. Three more. 2. And 1, release that down. Press up with that top hand. Z-sit the legs again. We're on the same side here and side bend toward wall and away. Toward and away. One more time toward the wall, reach, reach, reach. And then away as you ground that bottom forearm. Fingertips can turn toward the long edge of your mat. That bottom leg can remain bent and lengthen the top leg. Can press that leg into the foot, press that foot into the wall and press out also of the bottom shoulder and release, press and release, You could stay with this. Or lift the hips, arm circles, and lower to hover. Lift and hover. You continue here. Or that bottom leg can stack in behind the front leg. And lower the hips just a little and lift. Lower and lift. 3, 2, last one, lift, and then release. Return to the mermaid, once toward the wall. And that furthest hand comes behind the body. As you turn to face wall, sitting on your bottom, the forefoot or padded part of your foot against the wall, heels down. Hands could be behind the thighs or arms extended. Sit up tall and then round through the back. Just continue here to round and then lift. And the connection to wall to keep that spine tall. One more. Sit up nice and tall. Arms can reach out in front or stay behind the thighs, whatever you'd like. And up and over with the upper spine. And return. Lift up and over and return. That inhale help you extend. Let's do 3. Solid through those legs. 2. Last one. Lovely. Hands where you'd like them. Okay. Neutral spine or natural curves. Pivot back from the hips and exhale to rise. So pivot back, no longer seeking flexion in the spine. A lot of work here. One more time, pivot back and see how far you can go maintaining neutral curves. You can't maintain that anymore. Round through the low spine. Ooh, press into that wall. Round, round, round. And slowly lower all the way to the earth. Arms can reach overhead and circle to your sides. Scooch toward that wall. The feet will plant, line the heels up with the shins and the knees with the thighs. And then from that lined up position, see if you can lift up just to lengthen through the back a little bit. So it's like crown drawing toward the far edge of your mat and settle right back on to the ground. Hands interlaced behind the head. Practice a press of the feet and release. Press and release. One more time, press. Keep that firmness in the legs. Inhale. Exhale, upper ab curl. Inhale to hover. Exhale to curl. There's a few this way. Let's do 3, 2. Last one, exhale to curl. Inhale to pause, heavy the head and the hands. And then exhale to rotate toward the left. And inhale, center. Exhale, other side. Inhale, center. See how high you can stay in your curl. Could always come down and return. One more each side. Final time. And then lower, nice job. Slide those feet down the wall. So the heels ground on the earth. The forefoot, so the padded part of the foot still is against the wall. You might need to adjust a little bit here. Inhale, those arms reach overhead. Exhale, come into the upper ab curl. Reach the fingertips toward the thighs and then clasp thighs and see if you can roll up. Very nicely done. Hands behind the body. Scooch away from the wall. Feet can plant on the earth. Allow the legs to windshield washer side to side. And the next time the legs come away from me, stay. You'll be in mermaid on the opposite side. Reach away from the wall and stack the spine. Side bend away and stack the spine. Let's do 2. Last one, reach away. Stack the spine, side bend toward the wall and return. Toward the wall and return. See if you can get that length. It's quite challenging. Let's do 2. Last one, reach. Then that hand furthest from the wall grounds. Extend the other hand out. Reach toward the wall with the fingertips. Inhale. And then rotate toward the far edge of your mat. Open and close. See how much of this can come from the chest. Like there's a headlight on your sternum. Sweep it side to side. Let's do 2. Last one, reach, open, and descend onto that new side. Press that bottom leg down nice and firm. Could be bent, could be long. Other leg comes to hip height. Top hand presses into the earth in front of you. Reach those toes forward. Bend the knee, send the leg back in space. Sweep forward, bend, shoot the leg back. Quiet body. Strong from center. One more. Reach that leg back, then rebend it in toward the chest. Lengthen the leg and swing it back. Bend the knee, draw toward chest, straighten and sweep. Two more. Final time, sweep it forward and toward the wall. Toes really reach for that wall and release. Really reach and release. See how the bottom waist also lifts a little bit off the earth perhaps, or lightens. 2 more. Last time, reach toward that wall. And then readjust here so that the toes touch the wall, still keeping sense of length through the waist. Little circles here. Size of that Pilates ball. Lightness in the underside of the waist. And reverse directions. How long can we get the leg? Two more. And good. Leg reaches to sky. And hover. Lift and lower. Just 3 more. 3, 2, straight leg. Last one, reach. And good. Toes onto wall, forefoot onto wall. Start to grind the forefoot into. Okay. Let's try that again. Pretend you're snuffing out a fire with your foot here. Roll through the femur. Try to keep it hip height. It'll sneak down. And kneecap next time it turns toward the sky. Lift the leg and lower. Lift and lower. Probably get a little more height here with the external rotation. Just try not to let the top hip roll back. We've got 4. Graze those toes against the wall. 3, 2. Last one, lift and toes again, press into wall, forefoot into wall, and roll through the femur. Next time, the toes turn down, the kneecap turns slightly down, lift and lower that leg. So it'll be more challenging for most of us. Slight internal rotation as best you can. Now halfway there. Just 4, 3, 2. Final time, lift, lower, and maybe add out that top hip and glute. Wiggle yourself closer to the wall. As the feet really press. And then lengthen through the waist. Wiggle it away from the wall. From here, top leg is parallel as you lift the bottom leg and lower. From the inner ankle and lower. The more you have top foot on wall, the harder this becomes. A bit awkward too. We have 3, 2. Last one. Lift, keep it lifted, and then swing, mini swing the leg forward and back while trying to keep other foot on the wall. The leg as straight as you can. It'll just graze the wall. That's okay. 3, 2. Solid through the opposite leg. Last one. Oh, and lower. Let's press up onto that bottom forearm. And find a mermaid side to side here. Side to side. Reach toward that wall a final time. And that forearm of the furthest arm can ground. Bend bottom knee. Plant that top foot into the wall. Top hand to hip as you press out of the bottom shoulder and soften. Hollow it under that armpit and release. So you could continue here or maintain the press and the lift through the underside as the hips rise, the arm circles, hips lower to hover, arm comes round. Three more like this. For an option. 2. Last one, stay lifted. If you'd like, the bottom foot will also press into wall, top arm extends, and then dip the hips and lift. Dip and lift. 3, 2, last one, lift. Lower the hips, slide the legs into that Z, sit once more, and side bend once toward the wall. And then hands plant behind the body as you turn to face the wall again. Same setup here. Find your sits bones, tall spine, and active legs. Hands behind the thighs or extended. Let's do the pivot and return. Pivot and return. How does this feel with use of the wall? How far can you come back with neutral spine? Last time, lean back. You can't lean back anymore. Round and reach arms. Lengthen legs. Ha. Circle those arms round. Again, wiggle toward the wall a little or a lot. Depends what version you want. A lot if you'd like to plant the feet as we did last time. Okay. Or just a little if you'd like to have the feet on the wall, legs extended. Squeeze the heels toward one another. Small little Pilates V here. Lengthen through that waist. Pick it up, settle it back down. Arms circle. Interlace hands behind the head. Inhale and exhale to curl. Inhale to lower. View through center. Up and in on yourself at the curl. 2 more. Last time, come up, exhale. Then inhale to pause and exhale to rotate toward your left and come center. Rotate right and come center. See if you can stay high as you continue to crisscross with upper body. You do want to add on. You come to the left, the right knee can come in and return the foot to the wall. Other side, just an option. Get that reach through the feet, through the legs. One more each side. Final time. Nice. Lower through the head. Feet can come down, lengthen out the body so you can roll onto your belly. Find the center of your mat, arms out 90-degree angle, so cactus or goalposts. Press the base of the pelvis down, fire up through the fronts of the legs. Inhale, lift through the upper body, and exhale to lower. Inhale, exhale. Could do this with the arms lifted or hands on the earth. We want here's upper back extension. Doesn't have to be very high. 2, 3, 2. Shoulder blades toward one another. Last one, reach those hands back toward the toes and then hands underneath the shoulders. You might, again, stay exactly where you are, or you might press the pads of the feet into the wall and the kneecaps will lift. Okay, if this is too much for the low back, go back to your variation before and also ground that pelvis down. Okay, arms out into a T, can lift up and lower. It's an option here. Lift up and lower. Or lift up as you sweep the arms back and then hover with the arms out into T. Sweep and return. Let's do 3, 2. Last one, reach, and then hands underneath the shoulders. See if you can lower the knees, press up into a moderated plank here. Adjust as you need and roll forward with the body strong through your center. Bend the elbows, little tricep push up, and then press away. Sits bones to heels, could tuck the toes. Roll forward, strong through the body. Lower, press, and sit back. You want more work, you can take the sit back out of it and do continuous push-ups. But here we get a little break for the wrist. And focus on form, quality over quantity. Let's do 2 more. Last one. Nice. And lower onto the forearms. Tuck those toes, press heels toward the wall as you lift the knees. Nice long body here. And then roll onto the sides of the feet, maybe toward me. Again, those feet can press into the wall, a little side plank for a moment, and return into the regular plank. Rotate away from me, press the feet into wall, and then return and lower those knees, walk those hands in, press into the forefoot and lift the knees up, hips high, downward facing dog, or up stretch. Heels might have landed on the wall. Press them into the wall. Find a little length here through the body. And walk the feet in a few steps toward you. Hands also walk in, inhale. And exhale as you rock forward and back on the feet. Once you have more weight in the front of the feet, forefoot, inhale. And exhale to start to roll up. When you get to the top, take a breath in. And exhale, tumble the head forward, articulate through the spine. See if this is different than at the beginning of class. Inhale. And roll up your spine. Nice work. Turn toward me. Hand could be on the wall. Long leg this time out to the side and return. Out and in. You can stay tall. 4, 3, 2. Last one, out to the side, return, hug knee toward the chest and lengthen the leg and bend, lengthen, bend. 3 more. 2. Last one, lengthen and return back to the wall. That little wall squat. Slide your spine along the wall. Just sitting up nice and tall. Two more. Final time. And hands come to the wall to help you stand. Turn away from me. And that outer leg lifts open to the side And that outer leg lifts open to the side and return. Open and back in. 4, 3, 2. This one open, return, knee hugs in toward the chest and lengthen that leg and bend. Lengthen, bend. 3, 2. Last one, lengthen, 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 and return back to the wall. Final set of those wall squats. Nice tall spine. Slide down and push away. Let's do 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Stay lowered. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press up. Stand nice and tall. Bend to straight with the legs. Feel those quads, fronts of the legs. And the leg furthest from the wall. And clasp that same ankle to stretch through the thigh. Want to work more in balance and off of the wall. Release that ankle, cross it over the opposite thigh. And the wall is here for us as we sink the hips down. Flex your top foot, protect the knee. Press yourself to stand, and that leg can come in front, toes up, sink the hips back, hamstring lengthener. Return to center, step that foot far away, bend the knee, stretch the other inseam of the leg. Hands can be down here. Return to center in a V. Bend those knees, hands to the thighs, roll up. We can do all that on the other side. So feel free to turn the opposite way if you'd like. And clasp the ankle, either closest to the wall or if you've turned, furthest from the wall. Line up those thighs to intensify the stretch. Feel the shoulder roll open on the stretching side. One more inhale and exhale to release and cross that leg over. Ankle is flexed. Sink your hips. More breaths. Another inhale. Exhale to rise and plant the heel down, that stretching leg. Hips back in space, hamstring lengthener. Root to rise. And that foot, lunge it out and bend through the knee. Hands can come down to the earth. And then back to center, that wide V. Walk the feet in a little. Hands to those upper thighs, round and arch, round and arch. One more time, round, arch, then neutral spine and press yourself up. Ah, very good. Interlace the fingers, round through the upper back, and reach the arms back, maybe interlace, reach the chest high. One arm crosses over the body, deltoid stretch, back of arm. Other arm sweeps across. And you are done. I hope you enjoyed this wall practice and will join me every other Wednesday for more Pilates, or maybe on a Friday for one of the yoga classes. Take care.